Hi, this is Terrence from Radical Marketing. Today I want to talk about my branding lessons from Ben Settle's Brand Barbarian book. I'm telling you, this is the most amazing book on branding that I've ever read so far. And it is so practical for small businesses as well as big businesses. Because all the branding books that I've seen out there, they're all very much like from big marketing ad agencies kind of thing, and they don't actually give very practical suggestions for small businesses. So this is one of the most practical ones that I've actually read, and it's by Ben Settle, and it's not cheap. I think it's about $400-$500, but it is worth every single dollar. Okay, so after reading the book, I just want to share some of the lessons and some of the things that we are actually going to do and implement in our business. And while I'm sharing this, I must let you know that some of the things we're not fully clear yet on. I just have the general direction because this is still fairly new and we're still working out and hashing through various things. But I just want to share these ideas with you because I think they are so good. And here's the thing. When I read the book, I realized that my business is a commodity business. Sad to say, but I am glad I came to that realization that we are actually a commodity business that has no moat and is so easy to copy us. And this is despite the fact we have very good systems, very good processes, and very good niching. But the fact is that we are still a commodity. And that is entirely my fault because I did not focus on branding. I focused on direct response and getting transactions rather than actual the branding itself. Okay. And I realized through all this that radical marketing is not radical enough, but that's going to change. Okay. So here's the thing, we are going to make a brand makeover, but not just in terms of looks, because branding is about everything that we do. Okay. So here are 5 things I want to share that we are doing. There are many, many more ideas in the book, but I just want to share a quick 5 with you so you can quickly take these away and practically apply this into your business as well. So, first of all, we are creating a brand philosophy. Okay. So, one of the key things, like for example, if you watch Mad Men and looked at the legends in the advertising world, they were basically, they each had their own personality and their own style of creating ads. And your company, if you were looking for an ad agency, you want to find a ad agency or personality that matches with your philosophy. And for us, previously we did not have a specified philosophy. Even though we had some kind of philosophy, it was rather unclear. But one of the things we are creating is a philosophy of creating storytelling ads that actually get results. So, direct response storytelling ads. That is one thing that we are doubling down on. And we want to create that is kind of like our unique way of doing ads, right? So that is one thing that we want to really, really focus on moving forward and make sure that all of our ads have that flavor to it, a storytelling flavor, but yet at the same time, it generates a result from it. So it's not just a fluffy branding type ad that generates awareness; it actually generates a response. So that's number one. Okay. Number two is that it is so important to use unique imagery, right? People are sick and tired of all those stock photos, right? And one of the things we want to do in our brand is that we want to remove stock photos from our ads, from our website, from everything that we do. Basically, yes, we may have some stock photos, but they will be heavily edited and modified so they don't look like stock photos, right? I see too many agencies. What they do is like too many ads that are like basically, they whack on a stock photo, they see a nice stock photo, tweak a little bit, and just put it on as an ad. And that's where we're moving away from that and creating our own unique flavor for our ads so that, yeah, it just looks different from everybody else's out there. Okay. So I think with that, we could even go into using illustrations and stuff, which will create a unique flavor. And all the illustrations need to be done in a particular way so that there is an underlying heat signature to it. Okay, so that is one thing we want to do for our own brand and for our clients as well. We want to move away from using just bland stock photos, right? And that's where AI can come in to actually help us to do this thing where we're actually moving away from stock photos and creating more unique images. Okay, and the third thing is that I learned that is we don't have an origin story and narrative on our website, which is I think we do have one, but it's not really good. I think it needs to go deeper. So, for example, I think I need to go back and say, okay, why did we have this philosophy of having this direct response thing? And when I think back, it's actually when I was about 19 years old. For some reason at a bookshop, I bought a book for direct mail response. And, this was back when I was still a student. And I thought, okay, I just want this book really interested me. And for whatever reason, I just picked it up. I read it and I'm going, wow, this is like a brand new world, right? Like the Dan Kennedy type style direct response world. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. And since then, yeah, that's all I want to do is to basically write direct response ads because they are so fun and you see an instant result and you get results for your clients as well, which gives me tremendous satisfaction. So I really need to flesh out that origin story. So for you, make sure you come up with an origin story that's like really compelling and describes why your company came into existence, right? And the fourth thing, which is super practical, is to trademark your brand, which is your logo, or a certain term that you came up with. I actually wanted to trademark radical marketing, but they told me it's not possible because radical and marketing are two generic words. You cannot trademark it. So in order to trademark it, I need to merge the words or come up with a new term or something like that. So I'm looking at various things as to how we can create a new term to maybe describe our philosophy or our processes of creating marketing. So that is in progress. And having that trademark, why having that trademark is cool is because it gives you status, right? If people come to your website and they see, wow, you got some trademark, okay, you can't be a small company. You got to be, something special, right? That's the mindset. So I think having that trademark is pretty important as well. So that's one thing we're going to do anyway. And the fifth and final thing is what Ben Settle calls kill the sacred cows. That means you're willing to be controversial, to do things that no one else dares to do. So this one I'm still struggling with a little bit, but have to think like, what does everyone in your industry do? And everyone takes it as a norm, as like a golden rule. And how can you go against that? So actually, one of the things we did think about is that all agencies right now, they charge a retainer regardless of results. So what if we came up with a completely no profit, no fee structure, right? That would be completely revolutionary and would completely change the industry norms as well. So that is something we're working on and how we're going to structure it is still out there, still working on it. So yes, those are the 5 lessons I've learned from Ben Settle's book. I suggest, grab a copy if you'd like. Otherwise, I think these 5 ideas, I really hope you enjoyed it.